Hey, what's up, guys? I'm just announcing that we're going live to everyone. So it goes. We'll give it a little bit for people to hop on. I'm gonna mute this for 1 second. I'm just gonna do a couple things. I will be right back. For those of you watching the recording, maybe like 2 minutes, and that'll give a chance for others to get on. Okay. Hanging out today. Blessings. Good to see Teresa's on. Good to see you. I like your shirt. Um, Everyone else watching the recording, hi, how you doing? As always, we know people will probably jump on during, so we'll let it flow. Today, I am going to start with the guided meditation, but first, I want to maybe give another minute just to see if anyone else will get on. We'll give it like 2 or 3 minutes. So I will start by talking about Bitcoin first. And then after talking about Bitcoin for a little bit, I'm going to do the guided meditation and yeah, we'll go from there. So I want to talk about Bitcoin because it's going crazy, it's going up. So I'm really excited. Thanks for the, yeah, Teresa and I both like each other's shirts, so definitely tropical vibes. This is a gift too, very unique. Hand painted buttons. I didn't buy this, but if I did, it'd probably be expensive, but I love it. So I see with Bitcoin, I think it's important to mention, I think it's important to pay attention to because whether you're in crypto or not, if you're not in crypto, it's time to really get in and to learn. I will have more I'm gonna make a whole course and stuff. I got all these courses and stuff to go in on, but I will make more in-depth crypto course. I have a couple intro videos that I made in the trading course, but I haven't even scratched the surface on the things that I know in crypto and putting them into course version. Because there's just so much. And the thing with the crypto industry is it changes so often. It's just always growing. So I think it's important to pay attention because we're at this place now with Bitcoin where either we're gonna create and start the next bull run, or we're gonna start going lower. And so just based off of price action, we can see that we're at this resistance level, draw it out, this resistance level that we experienced in November, and we're tapping it, we're touching it, and we're kind of slowing down. We're not getting some strong movements upwards. So that's part of me that feels like we could easily go down. But if you go to the weekly and the monthly charts, it looks like we have a lot more gas left in the tank to head up. And we have 2 weeks left in this monthly chart, so we can't make a decision. But last week's weekly candle, look how big that candle was. And I want to compare that to look at the daily. Look at the daily, what happened when we had our first candle that was about that big, right? We had multiple candles follow after. So if we go to the weekly, if it's going to be anything like the daily, there's a chance that we could see some upside. I see, to be honest, unless like either we go down right now, and when I say right now, I mean at this level, it could be a week or two of just staying at this level. If we do not go down right now, if we do not go down at this level, if we're able to break free above 21, 22,000, then I think the next level Bitcoin will go to is about 30,000. Now, I don't believe that it's a bull run until or unless we start to break above this top yellow line. If we can start to go above 30, 33,000, then to me, that means that we're probably going into the next bull run. Okay. I know I did say 21,000. I'm gonna start to look for more buys, and that is a strong sign. Right now, we're at that 21,000 level. That's why I'm seeing resistance. You know, I really want to see it overtaken, and I want to see it stay above it. So a couple things I see also with the 4 hour here. Just notice how we touch this level, and we keep getting these wicks. Right, the price does keep going and inching a little higher. So you know, especially with the candle right now, we're starting to make a new high, a new local high. So, you know, it feels good, but we're getting that downward momentum, you know, that push downward. But at the same time, we're not able to move below the moving average. So it's kind of consolidating, and this means that a big movement is going to happen eventually, you know. And to me, it could be a bit of both. So the way I played this is any crypto trades that I had open are closed, but I still have crypto for long-term investment. Okay, cool. That's what I'm going to say right now. I want to go into the guided meditation, because I think the guided meditation is going to be a great way for us to set this. So if you're not in a place where you can sit down or visualize or whatever, it's okay. Just follow along. You can visualize it in your mind. But this is a meditation that I do to balance myself. I do this type of visualization every single day, day in, day out. Whether I'm in bed and I just get like too tired to do it in my mind, or like to do it physically, I will do this a lot of times standing up, breathing light into my body. But the main and the most important part is the visualization. Okay. And so this is going to be maybe a 6 to 8 minute guided meditation. It's going to be short. Okay. But go ahead and get comfortable. If you're in a place where you can participate, get comfortable. Seated is good. Standing's fine. Whatever you feel. And I want you to, when you're comfortable, start focusing on your breath and breathe into your belly, from your belly. If you can get that breath all the way down to your tailbone, do so. Belly first, filling that with air, then your chest second, then your throat third. We're taking this full breath, and then you want to breathe all the way in. And when you get to the top, hold your breath for a second, and then breathe in more, and then breathe in more, and then breathe in more until you can't anymore, and then let it all out. A big sigh. Okay, good first breath. So I want you to keep your breaths. I want you to stay present with your breaths in the same way. Breathe into your belly first, your chest second, and expanding into your throat. When you're comfortable, when you're seated, I want you to imagine for the next 3 to 4 breaths, with every breath, that light energy is coming into your body from all directions. And you can see it, if you'd like to, as beams of light shooting to you, or as like little floating pieces of cotton coming through the air, but they're light, little pieces of light floating through the air, all floating towards you. These little orbs in your body's absorbing them. But with every breath, you're imagining brilliant white light coming into your body. Keep going for a couple more breaths. Breathe this light into your body. Imagine the light going through your toes, your legs, your thighs, your butt, your belly, your chest, your back, your shoulders, your arms, your elbows, your hands, your head, your neck, your teeth, your hair, everything filling with light. Brilliant white light. This light that you're bringing in is greater than the sun. It's the light that created the sun. This light is also consciousness. So by bringing in this light to yourself, you're also expanding your consciousness, because that's what you're bringing right into yourself. Now I want you to imagine on your next breath, I want you to imagine on your next breath that a beam of light above your head, like a star, but that star grows, and it's a spot of light that's brighter than the sun, brighter than anything else you've ever experienced. Imagine that getting brighter and brighter and brighter with every single breath above you. And for 2 breaths, 3 breaths, the light gets brighter and brighter. And on this next breath, I want you to imagine this beam of light, the light of Creator, the light of the source, the light of God, whatever you want to call source or your, creator or origin. With your next breath, imagine that brilliant white light at the top of existence, greater than the sun, coming down, straight down through your head and connecting right at your heart center. And I want you to imagine now, a couple breaths, that light, that beam of light, that pillar of light coming down right above your head from the top of existence, all the way through existence, down through your head and connecting to your heart. And it grows brighter and brighter, brighter and brighter. And then I want you to imagine, as this light is bright as it can be, then all of a sudden that light shoots down from your heart center, where you have this brilliant orb of light that's building up, building up, building up, building up. I want you to imagine that light shoots all the way down through your body, all the way through the earth to the end of existence below you, connecting at another point of light that is at the end of all creation. And I want you to imagine this growing brighter and brighter and brighter. And this feels and looks like you have a spotlight going from the top of existence, shining down on top of your head, all the way through you to the bottom of existence. And then I want you to imagine this light for 2 breaths, building at the center of your chest and your heart. It's building, it's building, it's building, it's building. And then I want you to imagine this brilliant white light built up, this circle of light at the center of your chest, going out your right shoulder all the way to the end of existence, shooting out. And imagine with the next 2 breaths that pillar of light going out your right arm grows brighter and brighter. And then I want you to imagine for the next 2 breaths, this brilliant white light, this circle of light grows at the center of your heart one more time and goes all the way out your left shoulder, all the way to the edge of existence. Sorry, there's 2 more times of doing this. And then when you see with your next couple breaths, these pillars going above you, below you, to your right, to your left, growing brighter and brighter, I want you to then imagine this center light at your heart center growing brighter and brighter and brighter until it explodes out in front of you and goes to the edge of existence all the way in front of you. And then I want you to imagine, as this light, you see this brilliant pillar of light going out the center of your chest all the way to the edge of existence in front of you. I want you to imagine this light growing and growing and growing and going all the way, exploding out the back, through you, through your back, all the way to the edge of existence behind you. Now, I know we went through that fast, but what this looks like is you have pillars of light coming above from your heart center, all connected at your heart center, going above you to the edge of existence, below you, to your right, to your left, in front and behind you. And I want you to imagine with a couple breaths that all these pillars of light, they grow brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And then when you feel that these pillars of light are brilliant, blinding white light, I want you to set your intentions for the rest of this week, for the rest of this year, for the rest of this decade. Intentions of experiencing higher growth, higher love, higher light, higher consciousness, higher financial abundance, higher physical health, well-being. And by connecting yourself to the edge of all existence, connecting yourself to source, to the edge of the universe, you're now conspiring with the universe to bring to fruition these intentions. And so it is. When you feel good, when you feel ready, start wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Remember that you're in a body. Bring yourself back. Open your eyes when you feel ready. Apologize about the phone calls. I don't know what. So it was really popular while I was on that meditation. Feeling good. This is a powerful meditation. It's best to do, obviously, uninterrupted. I didn't have my stuff on Do Not Disturb, so sorry about that, guys. But this is a powerful one to bring yourself to center. And once again, I do this every single day, at least once a day. Sometimes I'll do it from my bed. Sometimes I'll do it while standing up after doing Tai Chi, bringing light in. But it's a powerful one. And it's best when done consistently. Just like everything I teach, anything that's actually worth it to get the best results. And that's in this world. That's not just with what I teach, but I obviously teach this because this is the way, this is the truth. All the best things that bring us to higher levels, higher versions of ourselves, it comes when we do them consistently, day in, day out, showing up. I've been live streaming now. I know that for some of you, what I offer is kind of new in your lives. Even within the last year, right? That still could be kind of new in your lives, but I've been doing lives like this for the last 3, almost 4 years. And I'm here, and it's the same it's not the same people that are here that were here before. But I'm consistent with this. And the reason that I see success in trading and investing, in business, in anything, in my relationship. I've been together in this relationship. This is the longest romantic relationship I've ever had. We've been together for, we've been dating for over 3 years, together exclusively for almost 3 years, getting close. And that takes work and consistency. Everything in life does, okay? So if you want to see success, then you got to think about, okay, how can I make sure that I'm still doing this in 3 months, in a year, in 10 years? You got me? So anyway, well, let me share my screen for a bit. Let's go through some charts. I have more thoughts on consciousness, on awareness and things. But before I do that, I also want to share with the group. I just have to send this text. My girlfriend Mia has a pageant that she's looking to get into, and she just needs some support to make sure they're not gonna scam her or anything like that. So she might come in and get some guidance from me here. But anyways, so first thing I want to mention is the Discord we've we had a few weeks ago, no, 2 weeks ago. There was 5 of us that are running this Discord. One dropped out, decided that he wants to go all in on teaching breath work, and that's it. And that's what he's doing, and that's great. So he is no longer an admin. His name doesn't matter so much, actually. He's an amazing person though. So awesome. He'll actually probably teach some breath work in the group in the future. So we'll see how it goes. But we did add a new admin, and in the Discord here, he's actually teaching about getting funding for trading. He's very experienced in the Forex space, a little bit in stocks. His name is Jacob, but his tag is Cosmic Warrior. All the people in the Discord who have yellow names, these are the admins. So it'd be me, Alan, Kian, Cosmic Warrior, Jacob here, and Amala. Where is he at? Let's go. I think you guys know Amala though. If you're in here, you probably know him. It's freezing up on me. But anyways, he's there too. So between the five of us, if you guys have any questions, they might respond to messages faster than I will on Discord. But I will respond faster either on Instagram or in the private Signal group for the Ascended Trader Mentorship. So if you have any questions there, but if you want to know more about trading funding, just tag him, ask him. He's been posting stuff all this last week. He's been funded for multiple six-figure accounts, like multiple accounts at least 100,000 or more. So obviously you have to be a profitable trader to even apply for those or to be accepted for those. He also trades mostly price action. He's been a friend of mine for over a year. He's been trading for like 4 or 5 years now. And he's very, very dialed in himself, in his work with self-mastery and more. So anyways, we're going to make this the best community in the world, getting better every day. And so next week, we're probably going to announce a giveaway. Only people who are subscribed to the Discord, whether you did a 1 month trial or you got in the Ascended Trader mentorship, and I know 1 or 2 people got a couple months, just depending wherever you're at. If you are a member of the Discord, a subscribed member, which there's not a lot, we're going to be doing a $500 Bitcoin giveaway, just random giveaway for everyone who's a member. This will probably be something that comes pretty often, and we're going to be doing some awesome things to be making it better consistently. So we'll announce that most likely next week, but pretty soon. And we're super stoked. We're all aligned. Everyone who is an admin of this group, we're all aligned in the intentions to funnel all income back to making this group better. And that's how we're going to make it the best, because it does cost money to provide great value, mostly time, And so we want to make sure that people are motivated, that we can hire the right people to interact and answer questions, to create content, and that all of us as admins, that we're being paid for our time, and our expertise and everything. So anyways, it will keep growing, and I'm really stoked by it. So if you're not in the Discord, or if you have joined, there are multiple people who have joined the subscription, but they have not actually gone and activated their subscription. So if you go in the Discord and if you can only see the titles of these chats, but you can't see any content in them, then that means that you haven't activated your subscription. You're not actually fully subscribed. So how you do it is, if you go to announcements and you just scroll up a little bit, you click on the Atlantis Launch Pass link. This will take you to a link where you can put in your card information to sign up. Coupon code ABUNDANCE for 1 month free. Okay, I shouldn't say that, but I did. And then after that, you'll get an email with a code, and you just have to send that code to the Launchpass bot. That's it. It sends you an email. So once you do that, if you've signed up and you haven't sent the code to the Launchpass bot, that's what a lot of people have gotten stuck on for some reason. It's just a simple email, just a simple code you send to the bot. That will give you full access to all this. So if you have any trouble, just reach out to me. But what you're missing out on if you're not in here, daily trades that are going on in the stock market, different consciousness ideas and expansion. We talked, I posted stuff on astral projection, protecting your energy and protecting yourself from astral entities and things. And of course, crypto things, my thoughts on crypto. Yesterday, I posted some thoughts. I'm expecting crypto to dip more than going up at this moment. I did this yesterday at 10:47 a.m., 19K, maybe lower. Watch the dip. I'll tag you and buy more. All my thoughts I'm posting here. All of us are posting our trades here, trading chat and everything. So get in there. We'll make it better and better, of course, as time goes on. But right now, just following those trades that we're posting, you will pay for your subscription over and over and over again, like with just one trade. Just following what we do. Okay. So yeah, pay attention, and we'll be around. Cool. Any questions? Let me know in the chat. If you're watching the recording, let me know in probably either in the group or send me a message privately, on Instagram or in the Signal group or something. So, okay. Feeling good? I'm feeling great. Let's talk about crypto. We're hitting resistance, and look at, since we've been talking, we've gotten a really strong reversal candle potentially moving down. I could once again anticipate, I still do, that crypto could go up from here, but also we're at this resistance level. I mean, this was a strong resistance level back in November. So this is what I've been talking about. Literally every live stream, I'm saying if we go above 21K, here are my levels. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm seeing. I've been saying this for a long time. So I said, and I've been saying, if we break above and close above and stay above 21,000, I'll start to look for buys. But as you can see, we got plenty of price action here. Not only with the current candle, it's printing still in the daily, but the 4-hour is about to print in 5 minutes. We got multiple wicks, right? Those are showing downward pressure. On the daily, we got a doji on the last candle. That's a sign of a reversal. We got a hammer 2 candles ago. That's a sign of a reversal. We have 8 hours left in this candle, so we can't make a decision. But yeah, going down for sure. So what next? What do we anticipate? What do we expect? What's going to happen? In crypto, all things, just plan on all things to kind of follow Bitcoin initially, you know? And so that means as Bitcoin goes up, others will go up. As Bitcoin goes down, others will go down. This is a time to accumulate, okay? We got plenty of time. I think in 2024, we really start to experience a strong bull run. So it's next year. So this year, the focus shall be to build your account, to build your crypto holdings and hold it. I wouldn't trade it. Simply just invest when the price dips, every time you get a dip. So last time we were in a bear run on cryptocurrency, with cryptocurrency, the down market, the bear market went, let me see here. I'm going to pull up exactly to measure it. We were technically in a bear market from December 2017 all the way till November 2020. So technically the bear market was 3 years long, 3 years long. And technically we've only been in a bear market almost a year and a half now for this current one. So that means that I do believe, yes, at least another 6 to 8 months, maybe not of going down, but at least going sideways, okay? We do like the pump. There is demand for Bitcoin, but also it could easily be a fake out to create liquidity in the market so that big players, they'll push the market up, get people really excited. Oh, Bitcoin's going up. And then they'll sell everything so that it pushes the market lower and they can get it in, they can buy in at a lower price so that their profit is larger. Now, in this situation, I did say, hey, there's a chance it could go up. So at what point do we start to look at, okay, maybe it'll go up from here? Well, to me, once again, we want to break above the previous resistance levels. And we obviously have a strong level of resistance at this level here, 21,000, 22,000 basically. And you can see we were testing that. And although we came up really strong to it, we haven't broken above it, period. So that means that for me to start to be bullish, for me to start to think that it's going to go up, I need to see strong, consistent closes above 21,000. Otherwise, there's still, to me, always a chance that we could go down to 10 to 12,000. Could go up from here easily. We could, but I believe that right now, based off of trend, based off of how it's been, it is easier for Bitcoin to go down. So I'm going to stay in that bias until or unless something new happens that directs me to a new bias, okay? And I'm not attached to my biases. What I'm saying is just simply that because we've been in a downtrend, I'm going to anticipate more downside, right? It's just like surfing. It's like riding the waves, you know? You can look out in the ocean and you can see where there's waves and you can ride them, or you can look out in the ocean, you can see it's calm and there's nothing to ride. It's pointless to go surfing. Even if I am in the best mindset in the world, I feel so good, I'm so focused. If I could catch a wave right now, it'd be the best wave of my life, right? In surfing. Doesn't matter if there's no waves. You can't do it. You can't force the ocean to make waves. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So that's why trading is the same. And we have to be patient. So, and wait for the waves to show up for us to ride them. Right. So yeah, crypto's long-term. In the long run, Bitcoin will go to $1 million plus. I know this in my heart. I chose this timeline. I chose to be part of the $1 million Bitcoin timeline. So if you guys are here, that means you're on this timeline, at least for now, but you can always switch your timeline. There's infinite possibilities. But what does that mean? That means that Bitcoin itself, if you bought in right now, even if it went down lower, you would still get a 50x on your money on Bitcoin. 50x. Now that could be 10 years before that happens. It could be 20 years before it happens, but it will happen. I guarantee it. I think it'll happen a lot faster than 20 years, but it will happen. And I know that Ethereum will also go to 10,000 plus. I think Ethereum eventually, if they stay consistent, could get to 100,000 plus. I think Solana could do things and get it up to 1,000 to a couple $1,000s. It's at $21. So this is all over time. So what I'm getting at is, once again, I will keep repeating, as I always will. If you're investing into crypto, make sure that you have a long-term vision with it, okay? And make sure that you always have money ready to buy lower. You always have money ready to buy the dip. Never go all in, okay? Because I've just done it so many times. I regret it, and I've had so many times where I put all my money in. I'm like, I can't put any more in. And guess what? It went lower and I had a perfect chance to buy and I couldn't because I didn't have any more ammunition to go in, So that's a rule of mine, is to always have money ready to buy lower in crypto, and don't day trade it. Don't. Just, if you want to make consistent money, stay with Forex. It's a lot more consistent in the patterns, a lot more predictable. So on that note, let's see if we can find some trades. So I'm going to just start scanning the Forex charts, just to be kind of prepared. Let's see here, see what we can find, see if there's any trades that want to present themselves. Okay, so I'm on GBP JPY and I'm looking at the daily. And as I'm scanning through, I'm looking to just see some signs of a potential trade entry. Okay. Right now on the daily, we have 6 hours left. Can't make a decision, but we can see we had a big pump. And now it's retracing a little bit. So I can go to the 4 hour and see what happened there. And the 4 hour looks like we might be changing trend, coming down to retest. I don't see a trade here. We're at a resistance level. We are in a downtrend overall, but we just had a big pump. And the price action isn't strong enough to say that we're going to go down. So it's actually, we just had some strong upward price action. So for me, right here, right now, no trade zone. So I'm going to wait on this one. Okay. And I'm just simply going to go to the next chart. Now USD JPY looks very similar. Okay. Very similar. I had a trade I drew out. It looks like the trade kind of played out already. I didn't expect it to happen until way down here. But yeah, we are in a downtrend. We just pumped. We're seeing, it could potentially stay supported here. So until I see more price action that says it's either going to go down or up, I'm going to go on to the next chart. Okay. So that's how fast this goes for me. Once we practice price action, we know what to look for, and we've looked for it many times, and it's a pattern. Then we can do a quick scan and we can see, hey, say hey in our mind, I've looked at these charts and seen different patterns happen a million times. I just got to scan and see if there's anything similar to those patterns that I've seen, and if there's nothing right off the bat, then I'm just going to go to the next one, Just think of anything that you're good at that you can just spot, you just know. For instance, like when I did door-to-door sales, I could just look at a house and I could tell you which houses were probably more likely to be potential customers. You can just tell by the way people, how someone is in one aspect of their life is how they are in all of them. And so I could just tell if their house was trashed, they had trash around their yard, they didn't mow their lawn and stuff. Well, they probably wouldn't pass credit, they wouldn't pass a credit check. It's just like a little things like that. Because I saw the pattern so many times where I went to those houses and I went and I ran their credit when I was doing sales. And more often than not, those are the dirty yard. Not every time, of course. It's not how it goes, not 100%, just like trading. Nothing in life is 100%. But more often than not, they would fail credit. If they can't even mow their lawn, then they probably can't keep track of their credit, or keep their yard clean. So, trading is similar. Trading is very, very similar, where it's like you want to be able to just see it and know, okay, either there's opportunity for me or there's not. And I just want to put my time where there's more potential opportunity, not where there's less. I don't want to force it. Nah, never. So it went down to the next chart, Euro USD here. I see that we're in an uptrend very clearly. I just went to the daily. We pumped since we're closer to the Bollinger Band, the top band. For me, that's not an entry. I can go to the weekly, see where we're at. The weekly, see we're close to the Bollinger Band as well. I wouldn't enter there. And even on the 4 hour here, we've kind of pumped. We've got this sideways action going on. No trade zone for me. Okay, no entry. Here's a GBP USD trade. I drew it last week. I hope some people entered. I wish I would have. I actually didn't draw this yeah, I did on Sunday. I drew this trade. And I don't know why I didn't enter. My gosh. Beautiful trade. We just hit resistance. I would probably close the trade right now if this was open. Just because we're at this resistance level and maybe we need to go down before we go higher. But I drew this trade with the higher target because we're kind of now, we changed the momentum, we changed the trend. So I firmly believe we'll still hit this, but maybe we need to go sideways and get more liquidity, more fuel in the rocket before we go higher. You following? You feel me? Blessings. Let's pause for a second. I want to say hi to everyone that's on. What up, Tyler? Hey, Teresa. Said hi to you already, but hi again. Lika, good to see you. Kevin, good to see you. Joseph, Jacob, Delaney, Shaney. Hey, blessings to every single one of you. Sending love. Appreciate your guys' time. And also know that since I'm here and you're here, you can easily ask me questions anytime. I charge for one-on-one coaching for 3 months. I now charge $9,000. So I really value my time. And it's mostly because of the money I've been able to make with the time, with the knowledge I have. And also the money that I've helped others to make with the knowledge I have. So I like to work with people that are serious. But on that note, I know each and every one of you here has not paid me $9,000, and I'm never going to ask you for that. Some of you, though, have paid me a lot, of course. But just note that if you're here, you can use this time as a coaching call. If there's anything, if you're trading or if you're in your, stuff with mindset, your subconscious, if you're struggling at all, use this. I have so much experience in these things. I've studied subconscious mindset for years and trading for years, consciousness for years, spirituality for years. So, I know that all of you have studied each of these things as well. And I know that all of us have different experiences we can share with each other, but every single one of us can grow always. We can always get better. So seriously, utilize this. If you have a question, you don't have to unmute yourself if you don't want to, but literally any question at all. It could be about your relationships or anything. I'm in a good flow state, and so we can channel some good stuff. And if I don't know it, I'll just tell you I don't know. But there's a lot of things that I have experience in that I do know. So feel free, seriously, ask all the questions. These live streams are a great time to do so. Okay, great time to do so. All right, bring it back. So let's scan on through GBP USD. We see some stuff happening, but I don't see an entry at the moment. If we cross above this line here, then we could find that entry. Also, while we're coming down, we could find a retest and look to re-enter there. Okay, feeling good? So next, we're going to move on to gold. Gold is looking really bullish on the higher time frames. I've been kind of waiting for an entry though on the higher time frames. It's not a time to enter, we don't want to enter while the market's moving up, but you can see on the lower time frames, we kind of started to come sideways / down a little bit. So I think that we can get that entry in pretty soon. Got a question in the chat. Delaney says, thank you. We'll keep it in mind. Of course. Yes. Anything at all. I'm here. So one of my specialties are subconscious energy, energy cultivation, sending energy, manifestation, and then trading, obviously, and crypto. Yeah, in life. I've lived life for many, many lifetimes. And some of the stuff I remember, some of it I don't. But the more conscious I become, the more I remember. It's powerful. Okay, so gold, I also just don't see a trade here. I got to be quite frank. Silver looks like a potential short sell, but it follows gold. So if silver looks like a sell, if it looks like it could go down, gold, I would also maybe expect that it could go down. But because we're in a strong bull run, I do not want to enter. All this new inflation coming in, it's got to drive prices up. Tyler said, do you still have plans to head to Guatemala? Would love to know how it compares to Costa Rica and Mexico in terms of trading lifestyle and having the accessibility of essentials, stable internet, and fruit quality. I'd like to take a trip soon, considering Guatemala, CR, or Ecuador. First of all, what I would say is if you can, I don't know what you mean with your trip, like how long you want to take the trip or whatever. But I think if you go to Central America, you know, if you're looking at these things, I've never been to Ecuador. I've been to Costa Rica. I've been to Guatemala. Of course, I've been to Mexico, many places in Mexico, and but not Ecuador. So I love Costa Rica. Beautiful place. The places that I would go in Costa Rica, though, I think are very similar to Tulum. Hey, yeah, we're on a live. Hey, everyone, this is Mia.
Can I see you?
Yeah, I can see, and then I can see you too. Did you have your call already?
Yes.
Oh, did it go good?
Yeah, we can talk after.
Okay. Yeah, I probably won't go crazy long. But Tyler was asking about moving. Tyler, you don't know about moving to Guatemala
Really?
and why. He's like, he wants to know the difference between like Costa Rica, Mexico, and Guatemala, and accessibility to essentials, stable internet, and all that. So internet, I think for me, that's number one. I find that food kind of comes to me whenever I need it, mostly because Mia cooks for me. But definitely you're gonna find way higher food quality in all those countries than in the US, like fruit and vegetables. In Mexico, all of it's way more natural. I feel much better eating the food here. Just spending a month in the US, we were in Nevada for a month, just visiting family. And I just went in, I was just eating all the American food and all the processed stuff. And it slowed me down in so many ways, energetically, mentally, all of it, spiritually. So you can tell even the natural stuff, and I still try to eat pretty good. But even the natural stuff in the US is probably GMO. So right off the bat, going to any one of these countries, they don't all have the money, or I just want to say maybe
just the resources.
I don't want to say resources because they probably have resources, but they don't have the hate in their heart to modify people's food. I find Latin America is very, very heart-centered for the most part. Obviously, everywhere you go, there's good and bad people. So this is what I find. As for the internet, you now have what is it called? Starlink. Starlink you can take anywhere. It's actually officially available here in Mexico. So you could even come to Mexico, you can order it to a Mexican address. And then let's say you want to go to Guatemala, you can get the satellite here and then you can just take it with you to Guatemala. Whether you drive it, my friend flew hers. I think, did Susan take her Starlink?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so it works in Guatemala. I know I have other friends though that are using it there. So internet's good. That's super high speed. Sometimes better than my fiber optic internet that I have here at the house in Mexico. Mexico. So why are we going to Guatemala? Because the energy in the area we were in. That's number one. Both Mia and I, it's just like the land there is calling. He says, please cultivate me. Like, please build a farm, please go off grid, build a life and build community. Like that's the energy I feel. And it's so expansive. And the weather there is called eternal spring. So you get this, the energy of spring is growth and expansion and life, right? And so imagine that energy year round, right? So that's one reason why I feel that. I haven't been everywhere in Guatemala. It's just a specific place. And Costa Rica, same thing. I haven't been everywhere in Costa Rica, but the places I went, also beautiful and great. I'm going to get to the essential stuff. I'm kind of going through the list here. The energy's good. I will say, though, the places that I was looking at in Costa Rica where you'd want to go, where there's more digital nomads, know more people that you could relate to that speak English and all that. They're also traveling. That area is kind of growing like Tulum is. That'd be like, to what I know, the Dominical, Uvita is like that area of Costa Rica, and I've been there, and it's growing a lot. I'm just not, I used to be called there, and I'm not so called there. I still love it. There's nothing against Costa Rica. It's just that I've been there, and when I think of that place, and I think of where I've been in Guatemala, Guatemala calls me. And the area we're going in Guatemala to me is also like Tulum, maybe 15 years ago. Tulum has exploded in the past few years, and it continues to do so. And it's at this point now, it's so big and it's growing so fast. The energy here isn't the same as it was when we moved here 3 years ago. And Mexico is a very, very free country, okay? Way more free than the US. Also, Costa Rica, way more free than the US. But Guatemala is even a higher level of freedom. So yeah, that's where I'm at. The last thing for me, why I'm choosing Guatemala, I'll get into essentials.
You already said that, you already said why choosing Guatemala.
Another reason why Guatemala is Bitcoin. The place where I'm going, they nicknamed it Bitcoin Lake because you can use crypto there. You can live off of it. And I have friends there that have no bank accounts. They live completely off crypto. With where the world is going, crypto is going to run everything. You know, I believe that there may be two worlds, you know, there may be the people on central banking digital currencies, and then there's the people who are for freedom who are going to be using Bitcoin. So both worlds can exist, can coexist, and there's plenty of people behind crypto and Bitcoin now. There's no way that it will fail. So that I want to go to a place where I can also thrive there. And I believe that Central America, Latin America is going to be a hub of the world, the financial hub of the world in the next 50 to 100 years. So I want to watch that growth and expansion and be there for it. I believe that the US is kind of like, what you call it, like Rome, you know, and I believe it's just gotten too far and it's going too far, too much momentum in one direction that I don't think it could shift. I think it's going to be, I won't say that it can shift. I just think that it's going to take a lot of time to make these more abundant shifts. So why not go to the places where there's not strong momentum to in a negative direction? Why not go to a place where there's positivity built? So as for essentials, yes, I will say modern conveniences are a little different here in Mexico. You can get Amazon packages. Sometimes you can get next day packages. There's also this
Mexican Amazon.
Yeah, Mercado Libre, exactly. Mexican Amazon is the best way to put it. Sometimes they do next day shipping as well. So that's pretty good. Where we live in a golf club, and
It's not a golf club, it's a country club.
Whatever, it's the same
There's golf.
Yeah, golf club, country club. It's the same thing. And there's fiber optic internet, separate sewage system. Our house is on solar, you know, like we live in a very American style, you know, lifestyle here. Guatemala will be a little bit more off grid. We want to build a space that's off grid, but there's an awesome community there. Plenty of people, plenty of food, and you can live off of crypto there. So lots of amazing restaurants, lots of amazing people going there. Obviously the fruit and the vegetables, all the produce is more local. So you're gonna just feel better.
I want to say something on that too, really quick. It doesn't mean that Latin America doesn't have GMO foods and they're not producing GMO foods, but the scale in which they're doing it is a lot smaller than the US, and the duration for which they've been doing it is a lot shorter than the US as well. I think the US actually sells pesticides to Mexico for really, really cheap so that they use them. But of course, rainwater and runoff, it seeps through the soil and it does contaminate all of the US. That's why it is actually hard to find organic food in the US. It's not actually organic because it shares soil and air and everything with very toxic chemicals.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. And so the places you can go that are, you know, just a lot of local farming, like you go to Guatemala and every local you meet there owns some kind of little piece of land, you know, and has some kind of farmland. And there's just so much, like we were walking down the sidewalk.
Oh my God.
And literally on the side of the road, there's these giant squash growing on one side and watermelon just wildly growing, and while all under an avocado tree. And you're like, dang, I'd go to the grocery store in the US and spend $50 on these things that I could just pick off the ground right around me for free right now.
Yeah.
That's abundance. That's powerful. So being in that energy is really, really good.
I think another important thing to note is like water. I think when you come to Mexico, that's like the most essential item that you need that is not so readily available like in the US. And it's because you can't drink tap water here. I mean, you shouldn't drink tap water anywhere, but you have to get these big 5-gallon bottles of water. You can either get alkaline water or regular purified water. And in Guatemala, it's probably going to be a little bit different. I mean, we could probably do that, but the cool thing about the lake is that since it's surrounded by volcanoes and volcanic rock is very, very cleansing to water, it's a purifier. So a lot of people dig to or they put a pipe all the way at the bottom of the lake. Mind you, it's the deepest lake in South America. It is a very, very deep lake. And there's a Mayan city sunk at the bottom of it, which is super cool. But people get well water from the ground if they dig super low, and then also super low in the lake. The water is constantly being cleaned because of the volcanic rock. And so that's also why the land is so fertile, because volcanic rock has a ton of minerals in it.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't mention the volcanoes. So yeah, spot on. So yeah, basically, you know, going to these places, you have to expect you're not living, you know, it's not going to be 100% like your life experience in the United States. But the thing is you have the ability to go build something. You can build community, you can build a life, and you can do it affordably. That's the other thing too, is your money doesn't go very far in the US. You can come to Mexico with 50 grand, not Tulum, but you can come to different parts of Mexico with 50 grand, and you could build land and a small house with 50 grand. It might be out in the middle of nowhere, but you can do that. Good luck with doing that in the US. There's no way. There's absolutely no way, no matter where you go. Like, you can buy houses that are about to fall apart for 20, 30 grand. But you have to then buy, you know, demolition, and it's a mess, right? So you can go do a lot more here. And yeah, there's really nothing that I like. Everything I need, I have, you know. And in the US, yes, you have more things are convenient, but you got to think about what are you giving up for that convenience. And a lot of times in the US, for convenience, we give up freedom. We give up parts of our freedom, whether it's privacy or anything else. And I'm more into freedom, you know, than I am convenience personally. I do like to live a comfortable life, but the more free I am mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Oh, you visited Soul Circle? Nice, dude. That's where I went. Yeah. Heck yeah. Experienced lots of growth there. Guatemala seems like an excellent option. Yeah. So Soul Circle is beautiful. I love the place there. I love the people there. They have some amazing things going on. So yeah. Yeah. Starlink's great. Affordability, freedom, and abundance of life in all forms, the most important for me. Yeah. Yeah. Check out Guatemala. Check out Latin America in general. Also, I'm going to be like Nicaragua. I have a lot of friends who are doing really good in life, like in all ways, financially, spiritually, mentally. They're going to Nicaragua. I have some Bitcoin friends going to El Salvador and starting to build there. So like you guys right now, every one of you listening here, you literally have enough information from what we shared to build massive, massive wealth for yourself over the next 10 to 15 years. You want to know the secret? First of all, keep day trading, yes. But move to Latin America, one of these places that we mentioned, and just start buying land, okay? Just start buying land. I'm going to create some spaces where I want to make it really easy for people to own, and we'll help you build the house. We'll help you set up everything. If you have questions, let me know. But you will build massive wealth because there is going to be a mass migration to Latin America. It's already started, but there's going to be mass migration. And I don't know if it's going to be a big event that's, you know, pretty intense, like a crashing financial system or civil issues or whatever. But there is going to continue to be mass migration. And as people wake up, each one of us, we all know our friends, and each one of us, as we start to experience higher levels of freedom and we start to go to these areas that are more in alignment with our freedom of frequency, or our frequency of freedom, we're going to inspire all the people that we know to do the same. And it's going to be a ripple effect, and it's going to keep growing and expanding. We're in a new world, guys. It's a new world. The new world already exists. It's not if it's going to happen or not. This is a new world where you can live, you can make money from your laptop, you can live wherever you want, you can do what you want, you can afford to have an amazing, abundant, and empowered life if you choose into it. But to do that, you have to go and surround yourself with the things, the places, and the frequencies that are in alignment with that freedom and expansion. You can't I've said this a couple times before, flowers cannot grow in Antarctica, right? It's just not going to happen. So are you a flower that's trying to grow in Antarctica right now? Are you? Ask yourself that. So I grew so much by coming to Mexico. And now it's time for my next level of growth where we're planning on going to Guatemala. We're taking it slow, you know. Yes, we plan on being there in the next month. So no rush here. We got a lot of stuff. So see. Oh, Mia, Teresa said hi. Mia said hi. Shani said, definitely see how it's more free there within America. Coming from the Northeast in a high tax, low freedom state, even going somewhere like Florida. Yeah, I would start if you're like not about going outside of the country yet, start with Florida or Texas. Like it's easier, your money will go farther there. Florida, maybe not so much. Texas for sure though, than if you're almost in any other state. But those are pretty free states. So let's see, 2 nights of ayahuasca, amazing, good. Well, ayahuasca gave me experience of no me. Things started to really blossom from there. Power of psychedelics is awesome, but also limited. Daily integration of spiritual sadhana has brought about a similar sort of experience. Yes, the ayahuasca is like 5 to 10 years of growth in one night, but you can only go so far with it. You can't like, there's a ceiling with all psychedelics. To go past that ceiling, you have to do consistent daily practice. So for me, those are energy cultivation, energy movement, you know, you doing your sadhana practice is great. I practice what's like more ceremonial and energy movement. It's a mixture between Jewish mysticism and Zen Buddhist energy cultivation. So yes, that's how we get higher. And Shani says she's definitely planning on getting out of America potentially. So my intention with the next, 25 years of my life, hopefully faster, I can only go as fast as I can. I'm only one person, but is to create these things, these communities, these spaces to make it really, really easy for every single one of you. I know that for me to build the vision I have, to build a fund, to build a more inclusive financial system, I cannot do it alone. I will never be able to do it alone, especially, to make it decentralized. That alone shows that we need to have more people that are in helping to make the decisions. And I'm not going to be the owner of this, but I'm going to be the one that's, hey, this is what needs to be done and we're going to do it. So to do that, I need more teammates. I need more homies. We're going to have physical communities around the world. I need people to help build those or to connect with currently existing communities. This is all coming within the next year or two. And so my intention is that we have community, we have space where all of us can get together physically, and also where each one of you, if you want to be a digital nomad, where you can very easily, all you have to do is buy your ticket and you trust the rest. That's it. Where you come to one of our communities, to an Atlantis community, your food's going to be there, your bed's going to be there, everything's cool. You just got to bring you. And, imagine having that lifestyle where, okay, well, hey, I want to go live in Guatemala for 3-4 months at this Atlantis community, super affordable, and it's community owned and everything's great. And if I get bored of that, I can then go to another community in Bali and stay there for 3 or 4 months. You don't have to own it. You don't have to worry about insurance. You don't have to worry about any of that. We will take care of all that. So what I'm getting at is with what Shani's saying, my intention is to make it really easy for each and every one of you to move out. Right now, it's on you. You ask me for advice, I'll help you. You want to come help me build in Guatemala, let's do it. But other than that, these communities are not fully built yet. We're working on it. So anyway. Woo. Wow, we're going through it. That's good combo. Thanks for that awesome question, Tyler. Really going into that. I know that question, just about where to live and why I don't live in the US and stuff like that. I know everyone probably benefited from the answers of that. So thank you. And to repeat, Tyler went to Soul Circle. It's a beautiful place. Not many people know about it. But search SOL Circle and you'll find it. Florestral community in middle of the jungle in Costa Rica. And it's really powerful. It's mostly ayahuasca. They also do a lot of sound healing there, and they do vision quests, which is like a 20-day ayahuasca experience, and it's crazy. So they do great stuff like that. They're super heart centered. They also have the 2-night thing. That's what I did when I was there, and that's what I would recommend to start with if you're into ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is 5 to 15 years of growth in one night. but it's not easy. You got to purge a lot of your emotions, a lot of the old shit and baggage. And it comes out, even if it's energy, it will come out of you physically. You know, you might be throwing up those emotions, you might be crying those emotions out, or yelling, or even going to the bathroom, pooping it all out, right? Ayahuasca is a great way to purge stuff and to grow really fast. It's not the only way though, once again. It's just a way to get to the next level for some people. Shortcut is what I like to say. It's a shortcut, but it doesn't take you to the finish line. Nope. So, okay, going through, I would love if anyone on here is trading and has some trades that they're looking at, go ahead and throw them out there. We can analyze it. We can see. Last week we had a trade shared by Lika. It was really good. USD Canadian dollar short, and I made the trade, got in. Even my take profit was hit, except I got stopped out by 1 pip right before the movement happened. So I just had too tight of a stop loss. That happens sometimes. Rarely happens to me, but it does happen sometimes. So I don't see much going on right now. It's been going sideways. We just pumped. We were in a downtrend, so I don't want to sell right now because we just pumped, and I don't want to buy because we were in a downtrend. Euro USD. See, looking at the daily chart here, we're in an uptrend, but we just hit the top band. It seems like we want to come down some. 4 hour also looks like we want to come down. 1 hour sideways. So the patterns here, guys, I'm just not really seeing many charts at really any trades at the moment. CAD JPY looks like a sell could be happening. Looks decent, maybe. See, but also it's a big doji potentially, which could be a reversal sign. So I don't know on this one. Yeah, I don't know. It looks actually more like it wants to go down, but I just don't see an entry. This could be a good one to where if you go down to the lower time frames, 15-minute, 5-minute, and you see some kind of retest, you could hop into a sell. We just had a crazy pump, and then we, overtaken almost the whole pump immediately. So that's some indecision I see. So I want to see more direction. Which direction are we going? So I move on to the euro versus the Australian dollar. Same thing here. Just not a trade zone. Like we're at this, we could potentially be making a higher low or being supported. Even though the last candle looks like it could want to go lower, this is a support level down here. So I don't want to, this is just it's not going to be worth it. It's not a good risk to reward ratio to make the trade just down to this yellow line. Even though it looks good, looks like it could get hit. I say go to the hourly, and then I think otherwise. So I honestly, guys, this is how my week kind of went last week. I didn't see too many trades except that one, and I missed out. So other than that, I've been watching crypto. And look at that. Since we've been on, Bitcoin's come down a bit. Looks like it wants to head down some more. So we're feeling good. I'm watching this 18, 19K level to retest, and then let's see what happens from there. So that's then for charts. That's all I got. So in this case, when I go through the charts like that and I see nothing, then I'm done. I'm done at least with trading Forex. I might go later in the day and look at the charts again, see if there's another setup. But other than that, I did it. That's it. Like, I'm not going to force it. If there's nothing going on, there's nothing I can do, what you could do if you wanted, I say not to day trade Bitcoin, but it would be a good risk to reward ratio to short it down to this line. Like that is potentially a good trade. I'm not going to make this trade personally. If you want to risk it, you can. I would say take profit down to here because we can see this little level where we paused. Bing. So right around there, which is around 19K. It's kind of what I'm predicting. It's just barely, good enough trade to make. I'm not going to make this trade personally. It's not worth it. Crypto's too crazy. So yeah, that's it, guys. Let's see. I'm gonna maybe roll through Twitter a little bit. I guess that's it for charts is what I want to say. Since there's not much going on, I want to once again open up. Is there any questions while I'm here? Any questions at all, like about trading, about mindset, about Atlantis, communities, all that? Any questions whatsoever? If you want to know how you can help, by the way, right now, the next step, we're gonna make a pitch deck for Atlantis, and we're gonna start raising money. I might have to self-fund, or us that are part of this might have to self-fund, because we're doing this as a decentralized project. And if we get investors, even though it's a decentralized project, a decentralized project, if we get investors, they're going to want to direct the flow of it. They're going to want to make money. They're going to want to have equity and ownership. So it's going to be hard to do. But people, when people are really behind making the world better, people are really inspired to create amazing things. Bitcoin didn't have any investors, and that took thousands and thousands of tens of thousands of hours to create with the code and everything else, and continues to be worked on and growing and expanding. So, you know, things that can be very valuable can be created without funding, but you know, I'm gonna do what I can. So if you want to help, the next steps are funding developers. We're finding developers. I'm waiting till I get to Guatemala to really do that. So the main thing is to grow the trading community. We are actually thinking of the idea, and I want to open up to you guys, of bringing on specific people who are affiliates for the group. So that would mean that you get rewarded for inviting people to the group. Specifically, you know, you get rewarded with free membership, but also potentially if you're bringing enough people on, you could also earn from that. It wouldn't be an every single person gets that opportunity thing. And having a team is very valuable. But for me, the most important thing is building the community. And so I'm open to whatever it takes to do that. But either way, even if you don't want to do that, if you're not interested in that, first I want to know if you are interested in that, you have a team, you're trading, you know, or you have people who listen to you or talk to you about trading and stuff, and you want to provide them more value, we can bring them into the group. They get access to this live stream and everything else. And we can work something out to potentially to be an affiliate, depending on how many people you bring. But also just pay attention because we're going to be doing lots of great stuff, giveaways and more. So pay close attention to that and stay tuned. Like I said, this $500 giveaway, probably a Bitcoin giveaway, will be happening within the next, I'm going to say 2 weeks at most. We're just solidifying some details and then we'll go. So, let's see here. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, guys. I'm feeling pretty expressed. If I can find trades today, I will share them. As of right now, I don't have any. So I'm going to call it. I'm going to move on with my day, take care of some other things. And of course, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out either through Discord. Fastest response for me might be Instagram or the Signal group, if you're in the Center Trader mentorship. And last thing, once again, if you're in the Discord, but you're not seeing these channels, you need to go activate your subscription, okay? And if you need help, once again, just reach out, probably in the Signal group, or you can just go here to any one of these chats where you can message and ask for help there. So, okay, family. Sending love, sending peace, sending abundance and joy, prosperity, all of it. I appreciate you, every single one of you, your time, your efforts, your energy, just being here. So let me know if you guys see any trades. I'd love to catch them. Well, anyways, we'll talk to you soon, okay? All the love.